Welcome to Maharashtra, a state known for its delicious vada pav, charming coastline, and summers that are absolutely brutal. Last month, two things happened here. Amaravati became one of the first cities in the state to mandate that all new buildings paint their rooftops. And Mumbai's BMC launched a project to coat its municipal buildings, offices, and schools with a solar reflective paint, all to beat the heat. Yes, places like Ahmedabad, Chennai, and Telangana have already been transforming rooftops to cool their homes. And it's a lot more than just painting your roof white. There are actually multiple ways to cool a roof, some of which India has known for years. I'm Lavanya, and in this episode of The Climate Brief, we are talking about cool roofs, arguably one of the smartest ways to beat India's heat. If you live on the top floor, first of all, damn, I'm sorry for these challenging times. And second of all, let's break down the science. Of all the parts of your building, your roof is most exposed to sun every single day. In fact, roofs alone contribute up to 70% of the heat gain in a building during peak summer. And this is where cool roofs come in. A rooftop is coated with a special solar reflective material that bounces back sunlight instead of trapping heat, keeping the roof cooler all day and the building below it much more comfortable. The principle is the same as why we're told to wear light-colored clothes in summer. Dark colors absorb heat. Light colors bounce it back. But here's what most people get wrong. Painting your roof in reflective white paint is not the only way to create a cool roof. There are many other ways to do this, depending on where you live, what your roof is made of, and how much you can afford to spend. First, roof coatings. These are solar reflective paints applied directly onto the roof surface. This could be white paint or lime wash paint. Second, broken china mosaic. These are broken white glazed ceramic tiles that you've seen in terraces for generations. Third, tiled cool roofs. White cement or hollow terracotta tiles that both reflect sunlight are used. Fourth, mud puska, a traditional method that uses clay mixed with chopped straw and cow dung. Lastly, shading and green solutions. Items like bamboo screens, green nets, or terrace gardens that block and absorb heat rather than reflecting it. And the moment this is executed, you get not one, but three insane benefits. First, your home gets cooler. A typical roof reflects only about 30% of sunlight, but when you apply reflective paint, roofs reflect about 70 to 80% direct sunlight. This reduces indoor temperatures by 2.1 to 4.3 degrees Celsius. Second, it reduces your electricity bill. Buildings with cool roofs can reduce energy demand by 21 to 26% compared to regular roofs. Third, you get all these benefits without burning a hole in your pocket. Cool roofs are one of the simplest and most cost-effective ways to help you cope with extreme heat. A 20-liter can of solar reflective coating costs between 2,000 rupees to 8,000 rupees, covers a standard terrace, and comes with a warranty of 5+ years. The traditional alternatives like lime wash paint, china mosaic might cost even less. Of course, this depends on various parameters such as the location, type of roof, and the reflectance of the cool roof's material. Additionally, cool roofs require very limited maintenance and can be reapplied periodically depending on the product. Now, cool roofs are not new. In fact, they find a special mention in India's own National Cooling Action Plan. And here are the states leading the charge. Number 1, Gujarat. In 2017, Ahmedabad introduced a cool roofs initiative as part of the city's heat action plan for protecting over 3,000 low-income households, reducing indoor temperatures by 2 to 5 degrees Celsius. It then became a formal part of Ahmedabad's heat action plan in 2019. Gujarat followed suit with a state heat action plan in 2020. recommending cool roof programs across departments. In fact, it is expected that expansion of cool roofs from 5% to 20% of total roof area by 2030 could reduce cooling energy demand in Ahmedabad by 210 gigawatt hours. Number 2, Tamil Nadu. Chennai, known for its hot and humid weather, piloted a cool roof intervention at the Lighthouse project site in Chennai under the Urban Heat Mitigation Project. A solar reflective paint with a high solar reflective index of 102 was applied to 2 residential blocks covering 200 houses. The result? Indoor temperatures dropped by 5 to 8 degrees Celsius during peak summer months. UNEP highlighted this in a global report as an innovation in urban climate adaptation. And here's the person behind this: IAS officer Supriya Sahu, Additional Chief Secretary of Tamil Nadu's Environment Department. At a school in Chennai's Ambattur area, indoor temperatures fell by 3 to 4 degrees Celsius on average, ceiling surfaces cooled by 4 to 5 degrees Celsius, and occupied classrooms dropped from 31-32 degrees Celsius to around 27 degrees Celsius. A 2026 impact study evaluating 97 schools found that after combining cool roofs with rooftop solar, participating schools saw an average 46% reduction in electricity consumption. Number 3, Telangana. In 2023, Telangana made it mandatory for all government, non-residential and commercial buildings to implement cool roofs. It resulted in annual electricity savings of approximately 600 million units. Recently, a study found out that applying reflective white paint to the roofs of government-run Anganwadis showed improvements in children's cognitive performance as they are more comfortable in cooler classrooms. What does this mean for you? Unlike a lot of solutions that require government approval or large-scale infrastructure, cool roofs are something you can actually act on. The materials are easily available in the market, either at your local hardware store or online. So why isn't everyone doing this? And why is white paint the only thing we keep talking about? Honestly, because it's one of the easiest solutions to communicate. Buy a can, apply it, done. But white paint is the most oversimplified version of the cool roof story, and it comes with real challenges we don't speak about enough. First off, cool roofs mostly only work in cities that are hot throughout the year, because a roof that reflects heat in May will also reflect warmth in the winter. So for cities like Lucknow, which hits 47 degrees Celsius in summer and drops to 6 to 7 degrees Celsius in the winter, this will hurt the most vulnerable. But there is a solution for this: removable cool roofs. Second, cool roofs work better on flat roofs than sloped roofs because flat roofs are exposed to more direct sunlight and are usually covered by heat-trapping rubber. Needless to mention, there are only really a finite number of roofs that can be painted. Third, it needs maintenance too. Rooftops need to be repainted at least every 3 to 5 years because the material might get damaged in the rains or with time. In fact, humidity reduces the efficiency or sometimes creates algae in other cool roof solutions. And on ground, many roof-based solutions aren't feasible because of high voltage wires sitting dangerously close to rooftops or roofs doubling as storage for scrap material. What does all of this tell us? Cool roofs definitely work, but they work best as part of a broader passive cooling strategy and not as a standalone fix. When cool roofs are combined with other cooling features like natural ventilation, insulated walls, better building orientation, and green cover, the impact multiplies dramatically. In numbers that look like decreasing indoor temperature by 2.2 degrees Celsius, reducing cooling load by 31%, and an energy savings of at least 29%. So the next time you look up at a white terrace, you'll know there's more to it than paint. When your city talks about tackling the heat wave, think about how it starts with our roofs. Subscribe to the Climate Brief for more stories.